I'm your Slocum 23, joining me for BloodBound 2, Chapter 9, The Slaughter. We stand on the floor of Seraphin's nightclub as troops from the Order burst in. Screams erupt as they open fire at the patrons. Leave no survivors! They aim sleek, automatic crossbows at the crowd and fire. No! You duck behind the bar as bolts find their way into the stomachs, throats, and chests. A vampire near you screams and stumbles back, a bolt embedded in his sternum as he crumples dash. Soldiers move with military precision, some taking out blades, a crackle with electricity, the others tossing smoke bombs and flashbangs. Second wave, go! The soldiers with the bombs throw them towards the fleeing masses. The bombs erupt in a flash of UV light. Vampires caught up in the light dissolve into ash on the spot. Oh my god, no, no! Order troops block the exits, mowing down those who try to rush past them. Blood and ash spray through the air. The nightclub is chaotic, with the flash of UV bombs, the screams of the dying, the crackle of the Order's blades. As they march, the Order troops chant, "We serve the holy light. We stand against the dark. We are the flame, the blade, the lines of light." The young man, being fed on earlier, staggers forward. "Please spare me. I'm not a vampire. I'm a human. He's cut off as an Order soldier drives a sword into his chest up to the hilt. And we leave no survivors. Adrian, Jax, I have to get to the back room. You carefully crawl out from behind the bar, having to step over the bleeding body of a shirtless bartender. There's a knot of soldiers to your right, and another to your left, but the path to the VIP room looks mostly clear. Okay, I can do this. You take off and immediately stopped by a soldier. Halt! Because that'll stop him. Weave around. You feint to the left and try to dodge to the right. No, you don't. The soldier doesn't fall for the feint. He grabs you by the hair as you try and run around him. Oh. What's up with the book lagging? Soldier slams your back against a wall, holding you in place. I'm human, I'm human! Then I don't have to waste a bolt. And before you can reach, he shoves his sword through your gut. The soldier releases you, and you fall to the ground, your blood forming a halo around you as the nightclub goes dim. Yay, we died. What is up with the book lagging today? What do? Give up! What do you think? Try this again. Fainting always works. Fine, we'll try Ram. Spurred by adrenaline, you charge at the soldier. What the? Ram your shoulder into this armor plating of his chest, and the momentum makes him fall back to the ground. And stay down. You scramble back up and keep running. All around you, the soldiers continue their efficient and deadly work. A nearby vampire screams as she's incinerated into a cloud of ash. I've got to get to Adrian and Jax. Hey! Stumble when you see a soldier with a crossbow coming up on your left. To your right, another soldier prepares to launch a UV bomb. Run to the right. Wasn't it the soldier with the UV bomb? I don't know, the book's lagging like this, and that's kind of annoying. I'm human, so I won't be hurt by the UV light. You quickly dodge to the right, getting out of the way of the soldier's crossbow. You hurl yourself into a small group of vampires just as the bomb goes off, blasting the light. Vampires scream as they burn in the light, collapsing back and writhing. Oh god, I'm so sorry. You're getting close to the room when two soldiers run past you, chasing down a vampire. Oh, please! Didn't they just reuse her? Again. There's no running, monster. I have to help her. I'll distract the guards. Get between them. Distract the guards. Hey, get away from her! The guards turn to you, raising their weapons. Oops. But the distraction allows the vampire to retaliate, and she quickly lunges up, whipping a pair of knives out of her boots. Die! Before the Order soldiers can respond, they leap forward, driving their knives through slits in their armor. Ah! Really wish this book wasn't lagging. They collapse, and the vampire grins at you. Thanks for the assist. Thank you. You better get out of here before more show up. Be safe. Vampire nods and takes off. Finally get to the VIP room and find it empty. No, no, no. Where are they? Turn around, stare helplessly at the chaos all around you. Smell of blood and burnt flesh in the air. The corpses of vampire soldiers and a few human patrons of Seraphin's nightclub litter on the floor in a grotesque masque. Third wave, go! Soldiers fan out in a new maneuver, rounding up the remaining survivors, and then you spot a familiar face nearby. Seraphin! Rush towards her as she ushers two vampires through a trapdoor behind the bar. Hey, make quick. The soldiers don't know about this exit. I have to find Adrian and Jax. A young vampire falls to the floor near you, an Order soldier aiming his crossbow at her. Okay, Pixelberry, really. Mate. Seraphin grabs the crossbow out of the soldier's hand and smashes it across his face, shattering his helmet and sending him flying. Yes. As the soldier flails, Seraphin turns to help the young vampire up. Ugh! Right as a grappling hook bursts through her stomach. Seraphin! She stares down in horror as the bloody hook protruding from her body. She looks up at you aghast. And then is yanked away. You try to go after her, but more soldiers stand in your way. Stop right there. One of them raises his crossbow and fires it right at you. You wince, bracing for the end. But something passes before you. A blur of motion that snatches the bolt out of the air. Adrian, you're alright. He doesn't seem to hear you, snarling as the soldier's facing him down. Not her. Never her. Okay, this lag today, Pixelberry, is getting kind of bad. With a graceful movement, he turns and hurls a crossbow bolt back at the soldier who fired it. The bolt punches a hole clean through his helmet and out the back of his skull. Adrian! Finally seems to hear you and gives you a look that chills you. Stay back, Amy. I'll handle this. Wait. But he launches himself at the remaining soldiers, tearing into them like they're made out of paper. Ah! Kill it! Strike it down! Adrian turns and punches his fist through a soldier's chest, breaking through his armor. And this is what happens when you piss off Adrian. You watch in horror, Adrian yanks a soldier's heart out and crushes it in his fist. Oh my god. All of you will pay. All of you. I need to let him work. Down out of the way and watch as Adrian continues his bloodbath. Come here. Go get over here! As I'm waiting on this wonderful lag. No, please! But Adrian ignores her pleading, grabs her, snapping her neck with one twist of his wrist. Watch as Adrian makes quick work of the soldiers, bringing them down with practice ease. He tears one of their throats out, crushes another's skull, grabs a sword from one and hurls it like a spear through the other. Pauses for a moment, his hands dripping blood, his fangs extended, breathing hard. Is that all you've got? Is that all you've got? Guy in the back screams, "Maybe!" Then more screams tear through the nightclub, and his head jerks up as another wave rushes in. Take it down! Kill the abomination! Soldiers fire at Adrian, who effortlessly dodges out of the way of their balls. Need some help here! How many people did they come with? Holy crap. Spin around, spawning Jax towards the back of the nightclub. He effortlessly weaves a sword through the air as he fights against 3 Order soldiers at once. You hungry for some steel, you son of a... What I'm saying to the slag. He spins and skewers a soldier, then turns and slashes the sword's tip across another's throat. Blood splatters his face. Who's next? Relieved that Jax is alright, and you notice that Adrian has weeded out enough soldiers for the surviving vampires to stand a chance. Remembering the trapdoor Seraphim was guarding, you help them escape while Adrian and some of the survivors continue to fight back. The tide of the battle has turned, and just like that, you hear an alarm bellow. Retreat! Retreat! The surviving Order soldiers pull back in a tight formation, covering each other as they make toward the exit. The ones who can, anyway. Ah, please, no! Alright, I'm gonna be right back. You turn just in time to see Adrian crouch over a fallen soldier, ripping the artery out of his neck with his fangs. He leaps to his next victim, making them crash to the floor. Adrian punches them once, twice, breaking through his helmet. Adrian! But he just keeps punching, panting madly as his fist plunges into bone and tissue, coming away drenched in blood. Adrian, stop, he's dead! He doesn't stop. He doesn't seem able to. Hurry towards him, wincing at the squish of the dead soldier's pulped-up face under Adrian's knuckles. Adrian! You quickly fling yourself at his back, hoping he won't turn and attack you, that he'll recognize who you are. You squeeze your arms tight around his middle, closing your eyes as you hide your face against his back. Adrian, you have to stop, please! He falters, his breathing strained. You can feel his heart beating madly in his chest. Please come back to me. Adrian looks at his fist, completely soaked with the soldier's blood, and he looks at the ruined face beneath him. He finally moves away, cradling his bloody fist to his chest. Adrian? You come around to gauge his expression. His eyes still hold that terrifying darkness, but also something more, something sadder. It's alright, I think it's over now. You both look around the destroyed nightclub. Bodies have piled up all around you, the floor seeping with blood. The surviving vampires finally given to the shock and grief and despair. You spot Jax in the back, his sword completely bloodied. Adrian looks at the bodies of the soldiers he slaughtered. He's covered in their blood, absolutely drenched. It's alright, Adrian. You were just trying to protect us, right? Yes, You can see he's struggling for words as if he's forgotten them during his bloodlust. Seraphim, where is she? I'm so sorry, Adrian. They took her. I should have killed more. He spots the trail of blood that Seraphim left behind, leading from the trapdoor to the stairs. I'll kill the rest of them. All of them. They don't deserve mercy. I won't show them any. Adrian, I'm scared. He looks you in the eye, and you seem to fall into the haunted darkness that lingers in his gaze. You should be. Before you can say anything more, he gets up and walks away, still cradling his fist. Jax walks up to you. You okay, Amy? I'm absolutely not okay. I don't think I've ever been less okay. Cross your arms, your body shaking the aftermath of the battle. What I just saw, and Seraphim God! Jax puts a hand on your shoulder and squeezes. It's over now. Anyway. His eyes and looks around, shaking his head. What a nightmare. Let's get back to the apartment. We can figure out what to do next. He glanced at Adrian, who's glaring at the streak of Seraphine's blood on the floor. Yeah, okay. You, Adrian, and Jax return to the apartment. Adrian stands before the window, staring out at the street. You sink into the couch, exhausted, and trying to recover from the terrifying turn the night has taken. We can't stay here. No, we can. It'll only be a matter of time until those order bastards track us down. We have to move fast. He glances at Adrian's back, expecting him to reply, but Adrian remains quiet. Jax frowns. What about Seraphine? Shouldn't we try and find her? It's too late for that. The order strikes and then vanishes. They do all the raids as quickly as possible, then move out. By now, she'll already be on one of their private jets taken to a holding facility halfway across the world. Bloody fist tightens and loosens. A holding facility? What will they do to her there? Nothing good. Shiver, wishing again that you had done something to save her. Jax moves to the kitchen counter. Well, how were you supposed to save her? Seraphine left some of her things here. Looks like she was in the middle of her research. He nods towards a laptop computer. You slide over and boot it up. There's a folder here called Order of the Dawn. Looks like a bunch of the research propaganda and insider intelligence. Could be pretty useful. Reading Seraphine's files will provide detailed information about the Order, their mysterious leader, the history of Europe, and what they think of Adrian and Camilla. You close the laptop. We probably shouldn't be poking around our computer. Looking around the apartment, your chest begins to tighten as you realize you need to leave. We should probably start to pack up and get out of the city, right? Yeah, it's for the best. You go to your room and shove what belongings you packed into a small carry-on. When you return to the main room, it's empty. Peeking into Jax's room, you're surprised to find him sitting on the edge of his bed, head in his hands. Like the fight just caught up with him. You go sit beside him, he drops his hand and looks at you, anguish in his eyes. Amy. Tell him you're sorry. Jax, I'm sorry. What are you apologizing for? It's not like you set up the raid. No, but I'm sorry we had to go through it. Yeah, I'm sorry too. Eventually, he takes a deep breath. I guess I never really knew how bad things were outside of home. In New York, I was focused on protecting the clanless, on making sure we weren't rounded up and killed off. I was so focused that I didn't even care about what was happening elsewhere. That this was happening. I didn't know either, Jax. Yeah, but I'm a vampire. He holds his head in his hands. For the first time you can remember, he looks helpless. The Order has been organizing raids like this for centuries. Just how many of our own have we lost? How many innocent vampires? His next breath is shaky, and you can see he's trembling. Oh, Jax. A hand on his shoulder and squeeze. It makes me wonder if this will ever end, or if we'll just be caught in the cycle of violence forever. I think we have the power to end it. I know it may not feel like it, but I believe in what we're doing, that it'll end up mattering. If we can take down Gaius, we can take down the Order next. Jax thinks about it, nodding slightly to himself. Taking down the Order does sound tempting. I just wish we had bigger numbers. So do I. Jax looks over at you, attempting a weak smile. Thanks, Amy. I guess I needed someone to talk to. Anytime. Adrian appears in the doorway. He's washed and changed his clothes. You okay? I need a minute. I'm taking a walk. By yourself? I'll be fine. It's not safe, and besides... You think back to his rampage in the nightclub. Don't worry about me. We'll be back soon. I don't know. This is a chance to catch up with Adrian and get some to the heart of what he's feeling, and maybe help him through it. I'll stay for now. You stay sitting, watching him with undistinguished worry. Alright, please be safe. We have no idea where the rest of the order is. I know. He leaves the room and you hear the door to the apartment open and close. A little while later, your phone rings and you answer. Amy! Lily. Okay, now that we got that out of the way. Oh my god, it's so good to hear your voice. You have no idea how badly I want to talk to you right now. How are things in New York? Not good, but we're doing our best to keep the clan safe. Yeah, anytime Jax wants to zip back over and take control again, that'd be great. How's the Shadow Den holding up? I mean, we're still alive, so that's a plus. Mikhail is helping out a lot, bless his heart. Even if I can't understand what he's saying half the time. Enough about us. Amy, we're calling because we have some important information about the Eye of Bathory. You know about that? Seraphine contacted us to keep us in the loop. How is she? Probably dead. Actually, explain what happened at the nightclub. Lily gasps and Camilla curses. The Order again. I still haven't forgiven what they did to us in the crypts. Are you okay, Amy? I'm trying my best. I honestly have no idea, but I'm trying to go with the moment, from moment to moment, you know? Are the others alright? Think back to Adrian's attack and Jax's morning. They will be. I hope. Well, thankfully the three of you will be leaving. And where exactly are we going? We got a lead on the Eye of Bathory, like I said. It's somewhere in the Czech Republic. Lily and I are already in Prague. We'll meet you here and try and retrieve it. And hopefully it won't take too long. I like Nihil, but putting him temporarily in charge of the Shadow Den, let's just say I haven't had stress nightmares like this since my college finals. I'll tell the others the plan. Did you explain the situation to Jax? Adrian returns from his walk and you fill him in too. Let's not waste another minute here then. The three of you finish packing and make to leave. As you're turning to the door, you notice something amid Seraphine's forgotten belongings. Oh. It's another painting fragment. You approach it carefully, hand extended. You see familiar faces, Rhea, Gaius, Xenocrats, and a feeling of suspicion and wariness washes over you. Victory after victory tastes like the richest of wines. Soon the whole continent will have no choice but to bend to our will, to my rule. Maybe I can find out what happened. No, your audio didn't glitch out. I was having a sneezing fit. Oh god, help me. Alright, let's do this. It has skulls at our feet. Alright. You reach out to the fragment, brushing your fingertips along its edge. Ah! The apartment fades around you and you plunge into the memory. The ancient throne room of Mighty appears, but this time there are no guests and no soldiers. The throne room is dark with shadow, eerie and unnerving. This is an ominous presence here, like a slumbering malice ready to strike. Report. Instead of King Kalesis, Rhea sits upon the throne. The seat is splotched with the rust-colored stains of old blood. You know, just in case you forgot what happened since the last fragment. On the other side of the throne stands Gaius and Xenocrats. Their postures and mannerisms are different, because they have successfully been turned by Rhea. Yes, goddess. He kneels before her. Rhea possessively runs her fingers through his hair. The city-states of Anos and Micah have submitted to our rule. There, with their ranks joined to ours, the Spartan army finds itself on the cusp of defeat. It's only a matter of time until they're ours. Rhea smiles broadly. Victory after victory tastes like the richest of wines. Soon the whole continent will have no choice but to bend to our will, to my will. And then, the world beyond. They will see that they are lucky to serve one such as you. Rhea purrs a bit as she strokes the side of Gaius's jaw. He leans into her touch, his gaze adoring. My handsome soldier. Necratz, his report given, stands back up and furrows his brow. Rhea notices. What is it, my prince? It is nothing. But she beckons him closer and brings his hand up to cup her cheek. You may tell me. There should be no secrets between the three of us. I just wonder, how far will this conquest go? We have freed our island. We've dominated a half-dozen cities. We have more than we could ever need. What purpose is there conquering more? Gaius lunges forward, face red and furious. How dare you question our goddess? Oh, yeah, how dare we? No, Enough, Gaius. Zimmerkratz makes a fair point. She rises from the throne, her every movement fluid and graceful as water. My dear prince, I can sense something is troubling you. Once you were the voice who counseled me to take a strong hand, to use the power we've been granted to slay our enemies. Once you were the voice in the ear counseling blood and flame. And yet now, all I see from you is hesitation and fear. What worries you so, my prince? From what well springs this doubt? Denegrat sighs deeply, even as Gaius glares death his way. When I counseled you earlier, when I preached this strong hand, I longed for our safety, for a kingdom where we could live powerfully and free, usher in an era of prosperity and greatness. I advised you to slay those who stood on our path, and I stand by that. And yet now all of our enemies are dead. The sons of Ares are slain, the city-states that defy us are conquered. We've won. And yet our army still grows, our hunger still grows. We yearn not for safety, but for conquest, for endless power and slaughter. And then there are the rumors I've heard of mass sacrifices below the city, of... Freaking finish Freya presses her fingers to his lips. Zinocrats, you are my spy master, my right hand. Surely you know better than anyone else that rumors are not to be trusted. As for the rest, I can see why you would think in such a way, thinking only in terms of conquest and power. But this is about so much more than that. She steps up to him, cupping his face. We are immortal. We've been blessed with true power, Vampira, whose will is now mine. It is this sacred power that gives us the divine right to rule over mankind. Without us, they are but slaves to their whims. Mankind has grown deceitful, wicked, pathetic, and weak. They scurry, they scheme, they kill, they crave. Pathetic and dangerous. Okay. Left to their own devices, they will burn down the world. For one moment, her face flares with unimaginable pain and hatred, like the whole world darkens around her. You know what they did, what they took from me. She takes a deep breath, running a thumb over his lower lip as she leans into him. It is not our duty to honor the gods that gave us this power, by providing these hapless worker ants a queen. I suppose that is true. We must cleanse them of their sins, my prince. For them to atone for their crimes, we must give them something suitable to worship. Which is why we cannot stop now, not until every last man, woman, and child bows before the goddess of blood. Gaius gravitates towards her, lust and worship in his eyes. Rhea smiles and draws him closer, allowing him to kiss her neck. Do you understand now, my prince? Zinocrats hesitates and nods once. Yes, my goddess. I'm glad. She steps away from the two men, spreads her arms out before her. Enough talk, it's time to feast. Before the dais are dozens of people on their knees, their hands and legs bound. I beg of you, release me. No, please. Mama, Mama, where are you? Come, my soldier, my prince, while they are still fresh. As you command, my goddess. A moment's hesitation, then a crash follows after them. Yes, my goddess. The three of them circle, the men, women, and children, stalking them like wolves. Then the three vampires descend, fangs extended, as blood sprays amid screams and wails of terror. So about 5 fragments left, it looks like. Return to yourself with a gasp. You quickly look around, expecting to see blood and gore, but Adrian and Jax only look at you with puzzlement. Sorry, delayed shock, I guess. With a shrug, you and Adrian and Jax leave the apartment and head for Adrian's private jet. A couple hours later, you arrive at Prague airport, which is bustling with people. I guess I have another country to cross off my bucket list. And unfortunately, we'll still have to be careful. Let me guess, the Order has soldiers stationed here. Unfortunately. I'm getting real sick of these guys. You have a sword strapped to your back, you're really camouflaging, Jax. As the three of you head towards the exit, you spot 2 familiar faces. Lily, Camilla. Amy, girl, am I glad to see your face. And I'm glad you're not hurt. Kiss Camilla. Kiss Lily. Hug them both. Why not kiss them both? Oh! Yeah, we're against that, aren't we, Pixelberry? With a little sob, you run up to them and hook your arms around their necks, bringing them in for a big hug. Oh. I'm choking. You're a vampire. You have super strength. Shut up. I missed you guys so much. Lily laughs and hugs you back while Camilla pats your back reassuringly. Lily and Jax greet each other with a fist bump while Adrian and Camilla hug each other tight. Are you alright, Adrian? With all that's happened? Adrian glances at you and sighs. I've been better. I think that's an understatement for all of us. I wish we could just have been there to help. It sounds like it was pretty sucky. You have no idea. Well, what matters now is moving forward. You're right. So, what's the plan? Do we find the Eye of Bathory? Or how do we? Camilla sighs wearily. In order to find the Eye, we're going to have to go to Dracula's castle. Ooh! An uneasy silence as you stare at her blankly. You mean Alucard's castle? What? No, don't end this. Don't, no, oh, no! Fine, I guess I'll wait till next week. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Add down description below links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. Without further ado, rant time! Rant! Nothing really to rant about. I like BloodBound. It's probably one of my all-time favorite books right now that's currently that I'm covering. Nightbound being second. With that being said, cool. We're gonna go see Dracula / Alucard's castle, which is fine. And I kind of really like it. Most people are going, why do you call him Alucard? Because Alucard backwards is Dracula. I win! I win! So, I'm looking forward to that. However, it looks like we're already lining up an enemy for Book 3, which is the Order. Okay, I mean, I can live with that. I can live with that. Clearly, though, if Adrian's going to continue being the powerhouse he is, the Order's not really going to pose any threat, are they? I guess we'll find out. Unless Pixelberry just says, nah, you know what? Yeah, about that. We're going to introduce a new book called The Bachelor, and no longer cover BloodBound, which, you know, it's Pixelberry. Probably will happen. Anyway, with that being said, I'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching. Peace out.